the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting broadcast of the NBA. On 2K Sports, this is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. This, their first look at this year's Washington squad. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Bryant is out there with Wall. And it's ABC, and it's Caron Butler, and it's Bellamy in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Now here is Harris. Passes to Primetime. Tries again. Here's Whiteside. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Whiteside's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Heat. And Wall kicks to Bryant. With some arc, it's hauled in by Harris.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them. And the Miami Heat have finished in the top 2 spots or better in each of the years the big three were in town. Last season that changed as they would end up 10th in that Eastern Conference.
And the Wizards with possession, following the three by Miami, rejected by Harris. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Here's Primetime. They get the rebound.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's Wall. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. That's good. And so Wall with the assist.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Here's Primetime. Dishes to Harris. 6 to shoot. And the rejection by Bellamy. And Bryant wide open. He shoots offline with his 3. So for Washington, their last game a loss to the Hornets.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Well, you know, they gave the crowd a bunch to cheer about. And when you do that, you put yourself in a really tough position trying to come away with a road win.
Here's Primetime, following the basket by John Wall. Harris against Wall. A second chance effort. And again, it's the Heat missing.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And for Caron Butler, came into the league as a hard-nosed defender, good rebounder for a small forward. But it seems like as he matured, Greg, he became more of a three-point marksman.
Great point. And, you know, early in his career, the difficulty with the outside shot, his game was more about toughness. But like most smart veterans, he extended his range so he could live to play a little longer, which he certainly has.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And stolen by Harris. Bellamy with some nice D.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact. And, you know, going back to Caron Butler, he became a complete offensive player at the height of his career. I mean, he improved his ball handling so he could get his shot off from any place on the court. His pull-up, mid-range jumper, cash money. And in a couple of years, he averaged nearly 5 assists a game.
And James throws it down.
A surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
And guys, it had to be, because not nearly as easy a play as they made it look. And when you talk about Caron Butler, I think the progression of his skill set proves that you can do anything you put your mind to. I mean, this is a guy who's shown what dedication and hard work really mean, and it's made him into one of the best small forwards in our game for a stretch of his career.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Last season at both sides of the coin for the Wizards, started out very hot, but then just could not keep it going.
Well, you know, the start was extremely hot. 19-6, which tied a franchise best, that record. After that, though, they played close to 500 ball the rest of the time.
Here's Harris, and the Heat, another three.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Now here's Wall. Boy, he just disappeared against Charlotte, and they really needed him. And then Bellamy with the dunk.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes. Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
And the Wizards really struggled post-All-Star break, playing under 500. Still, though, they seem to pull things together at the very end and on into the postseason.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Here's Primetime. He's got 11. Harris outside. Deflects the pass. Wall with the steal. Here's Bryant, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, there's no denying it. The Wizards had some bumps, and you mentioned that. Some weeks they look like a lottery team. Then the next, they look like a title contender. They knew how to make the most of their games when they did get hot, though.
The Heat making a switch here. O'Neal's checked in. Monroe's checked in for Washington. Shaq with the screen. There's the lob to the hoop.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
James.
Wizards trail by 3. Harris on the double team. It's stolen by Harris. And here we go. Harris heading to the hoop.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Washington has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. It's stolen. Moving it up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Wizards have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. And Butler gets it to go. The Heat leading by 4. Kicks to Wade. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Primetime. Here's Harris. Offensive rebound, O'Neal. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Heat.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
That's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And LeBron throws it down.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Now here is Harris. He's got 5. Here's Kobe.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Butler against Harris. He got it up. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before... we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, and that's the call we should see here, but no harm in going back to the footage and making absolutely certain.
And an exciting young backcourt in Washington with John Wall and Bradley Beal. Wall said that Beal is known for his appetite. You think John Wall's hungry for a championship in D.C.?
Yeah, I would certainly think. Well, not really. I've seen that dude eat exactly the way John described it. And it is an unbelievable sight to behold. You literally cannot comprehend how anybody could scarf up that much food and still hoop.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Heat team out there.
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
We've got Harris. Whiteside is out there with LeBron James. And it's prime time. And it's Wade in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
And what a game for Harris. He's got 10 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And it also tells you just how high his basketball IQ is. I mean, seeing plays develop before anyone else does on the court.
Despite an overall strong year in 2015 for the Wizards, they were pretty weak at times, Clark, on the road.
Managed only 17 wins away from home, tied the Pelicans for the fewest road wins for any team that actually made the playoffs last year. You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And, Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference. And for the Wizards and their road problems, a lot of it came from their inability to defend the three. I mean, they were in the bottom third in the league at defending the three as the road team.
Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And Fresh picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
And you know what's odd about the Wizards' road problems is that they played outstanding defense otherwise. I mean, compared to 2014, they definitely took a step backwards in regards to their role play last season.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Monroe, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Outside Arenas. There's Jamison. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And there's the pass to Primetime. Back to Harris. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range. Rebound, Washington. Monroe outside. Here's Arenas. And again, Washington, no good. Miami leading by 12. Here's Primetime. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And that's 20 points for Primetime. Down low, here's Monroe, and he makes good on the layup.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Harris dishes to LeBron. Back to Harris. Jacks up a three. The shot is off.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Outside, Jamison. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Primetime, the pass away. He kicks it to Whiteside. And stolen by Arenas. Here's the break. Out to the right wing. And Washington again with the bucket.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Out to Harris. Launches it. That's good. Harris has got 5 points now in the quarter.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game. Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
They set the screen. Wide open. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
The Wizards have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just one or two guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Shaq is checked in for Whiteside. Wash comes in for James. Allen's checked in for Harris. Hardaway is subbed in for Dwayne Wade. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Earl Monroe.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Here's Arenas. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
3 straight hoops in transition now. They'll want to end that trend in a hurry.
Yeah, no excuse for giving up the easy fast break baskets like they have. They've got to do a better job of engaging them.
Washington with the ball. 7-point differential. Pass to the Beast. Kobe kicks to Jamison. Outside Arenas. Arenas missing again.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you. Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Washington calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink. especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Allen, a screen on Arenas. Allen outside. And it's off from three-point range. Wizards trail by 5. And Monroe, the bucket on the assist by Bryant. Monroe's got 8 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
And Allen with the block. Hard away against Monroe. Here's Primetime. Off target with his 3. Washington's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Stolen by Allen. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Allen leading the charge. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life. And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Picked his pocket. Monroe, the pass to the Beast. Stolen by O'Neal. Pass to Primetime. Allen outside. Launches it. The shot is off. And the Wizards now going the other way. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Feeds it to Arenas. Knocks down the 3 ball. Arenas has got 16.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Here's Primetime. He's got 24. Allen outside. That doesn't go either for Allen. For 3, Kobe. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And a pretty tightly contested game.
Thanks, Kevin.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They have a 2-point lead. Kenny?
Well, their success was largely about second chance points. They crashed the offensive boards heavy in the first half. I love how they fight for every 50-50 ball like it's the last ball on earth.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready to get started. We'll see you later.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Just absolute domination in this one for Primetime. He's got 24 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped him too.
No doubt, Clark. They'd be in a much different position this game if he wasn't knocking down those triples.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Wizards. All out there with Bryant. Then it's Caron Butler, and it's ABC, and it's Bellamy, and at the 5 down low. And the call will be against Primetime. That's his first foul. Hayes with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
The pass to Primetime. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Harris. Shot is off. Some solid defense from Butler. The Wizards with the lead. Here's Bryant, and the rejection by LeBron. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Harris missing again. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Poked loose. And it's the Heat on the break.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Now here's Hayes. Covered by LeBron. Here's Bryant. The Wizards with another miss.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Already he has 5 turnovers so far. That's not the strongest game for him in that regard.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Butler.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
And now we're 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter of play. All with it, picked up by Harris. Here's Kobe, and the rejection by LeBron. Here's Primetime. He's got 26 from deep. It's rebounded by Bellamy.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has. Kobe with the brilliant assist that time.
I think all 3 of us agree John Wall, a tremendous all-around player.
Outstanding. Speed was what jumped out at me most when I saw him first at Kentucky. Now he's been able to harness that speed as a pro, and he makes plays that very few can make as a point guard.
He gives you a lot of different looks, doesn't he?
He sure does.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Larry Hughes is checked in for Washington.
Hey, guys, John Wall, obviously one of the most electrifying players to enter the league in some time. Unreal body control, tremendous length and athleticism for a point guard. And that's one of the reasons he gets so many steals, blocks, and rebounds. All the extra things from his position that really add up.
Here's Hayes. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Miami's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Here's Harris. Harris missing again.
And, you know, guys, for Wall, the one thing he's still ironing out is his shooting stroke. It looks better every year, but doesn't necessarily go in more often, especially from three. And even if he never becomes a great shooter, I think he'll remain one of the game's best all-around talents.
O'Neal's checked in for the Heat.
And, guys, there was a time where people wondered if John Wall could be a team leader. Well, that question has been answered and then some. Unquestioned leader of the Wizards.
Here's Harris. Connects from three-point range. Harris has got the game tied up here for Miami.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Wall wide open. And again, Washington no good. On for Wall, Greg, and leading the Wizards, it did take some time. Now he does so much, Clark, for the franchise.
On and off the floor. He's really the face of that franchise and has a chance, in my mind, to be an MVP candidate at some point in his career and is living up to the #1 draft pick hype.
And the jam by Harris.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
The shot's good from Hayes.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jump.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. A clean look from that range. He's got to take it. All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
One guy who's been getting it done is Prime Time.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain it.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to hear what Randy Whitman was saying to the team. The focus of their discussion was getting their offense to run through Butler. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. A different look for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for O'Neal. Harris comes in for Winslow. And Prime Time subbed in for Hardaway. The screen from Bellamy. To the paint, up off the screen. Powered down after the assist, led him into the lane.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And again, Miami with the triple.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often.
LeBron outside, pulls up. Rebound by Monroe. Wizards trail by 4. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And let's see some of the numbers on John Wall. Last season, he played outstanding. Second in assists. And he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
And, you know, back to him finishing runner-up in assists, his court vision, ability to control the pace of the game, make him practically impossible to defend.
And a closer look here at the score. Breakdown for the Heat.
You know, one of the big stories has been the three ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Wizards trail by 7. Wall draws the double. And then Bellamy with the dunk.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Washington's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Nice ball movement by Washington. Here's Hayes. And it's Miami with the rebound. Primetime's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And the basket by Harris.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Butler on the way. Off target with his 3. The Heat leading by 7. In the corner, it's Harris. Shoots it up. It's rebounded by Bellamy. Washington's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Wall not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Prime time, the pass to Harris, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there. That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Hayes down low. Wade is covering and stolen by Whiteside. 2 on the clock, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. The Heat have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one, and he makes the first. And he makes both free throws. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Heat up. And the final period of play just about to start. Here's Wade. Harris is out there with LeBron James, and it's prime time. Then there's Dwayne Wade, and it's Whiteside in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Harris misses.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Primetime makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Primetime's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Miami. Outside Arenas, and the call will be against Primetime. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Shot clock at 5. Miami grabs the miss. Harris has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Passes it to Primetime. Back to Harris. And the 3 off target. Wizards trail by 11. The 3 from Bryant, but they recover it. Bellamy, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And really an alert play on the glass there to get that second chance opportunity. He's having one of those games that we've really grown accustomed to seeing him put forth.
Inside, here's Arenas, and it's blocked. Harris outside. Here's the feed to Wade. Harris passes to Primetime. Puts it up. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got 40 points.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
They get it back. The shot by Bellamy, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Wizards trail by 11. Jamison drives in. Here's Arenas. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned. Pound the rock basketball, and it is definitely working for them.
He rifled that one in from distance. That's 36 points for Primetime.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
The Heat leading by 12. And then Wade slams it in.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Jamison kicks it over to Arenas. For three, Kobe, no good.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Harris misses.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And Fresh picks up the foul. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. And the Heat with some changes. O'Neal's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Harris. And Hardaway is subbed in for Primetime. And then for Washington, Butler comes in for ABC. And it's John Wall in for the franchise.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Hardaway. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's his first foul. Wizards trail by 11. Butler with room to shoot. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Hardaway against Wall. Pass to Shaq. Wade outside. Wall against Hardaway. Five to shoot. Wade. But they'll get another chance. O'Neal dishes to Winslow, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Wall passes to Butler, loses the defender with the screen, and drills the jumper. Butler's got 7 now in this quarter. Here's LeBron.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
The first free throw is good. Harris is checked in for Winslow. He hits both from the stripe. And here's Wall. Outside Butler. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in the hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
O'Neal picks up the loose ball, but he was in the backcourt. They'll give it up. And Miami making a change here. Whiteside's checked in. Monroe's checked in for the Wizards. Three-pointer, Butler. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. And the call will go against Caron Butler. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
On the wing, Harris, defended by Butler. Harris misses.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He said we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well this point got across, guys.
Primetime's checked in for Miami. It's stolen by Harris. For the finish, the big dunk at the end of the break.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's Primetime, and the Heat, another three.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Outside Butler, this one for three, and it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Primetime, the pass to Wade. No good on the three. Wizards trail by 10. Wall, that's a two-pointer. Here's Hayes, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. So the first one drops, and that brings them within single digits. Hayes hits them both. And Miami shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. 124 left in the fourth quarter. And slam dunk by Harris.
Went to the windmill dunk to turn this place on its ear. I love it.
Yeah, this crowd is stunned.
That's as electric a finish as you're going to see.
Washington calls timeout. They're down by 10. 122 left in the fourth quarter. .122 left in the game. Butler from outside. That's good. Butler's got 32 points.